the science in the Seance. We show the science in different myths. A lot of the modern day zombies, as we understand them, originated from Night of the Living Dead by George Romero. This was the prototypical modern day zombie. Modern day, we have walkers from The Walking Dead, we have White Walkers, but the whole thing actually started a lot earlier. We discussed rabies, which can cause aggression, muscle paralysis. Interestingly enough, it causes a fear of water. So you've noticed in a lot of movies that zombies refuse to cross water. That can come from there. Paralyzes muscles, you can get drooling, you can get mental confusion, and eventually death. Prion disease gets into the brain. It can lead to muscle stiffness, changes in gait, difficulty speaking, and other brain pathology, and they progress quite quickly. Lesions to the cerebellum cause the shuffling, broad-based gait, the way that we classically describe it in medicine, but that is also very similar to what we see in zombies. And then also a lesion to the ventromedial hypothalamus can result in increased appetite. It's a satiety center in the brain, so it basically tells you that you're full. So if you knock this out, you constantly have, they call it hyperphagia. You just keep eating, which is what we see zombies do most of the time. Now we're getting into the original zombie. Then a lot of this is speculative. The sources are not exactly the best, but it's just fun to think about. The zombie myth is said to have originated in Haiti. There's a Bokor, which is kind of sorcerer that would use a combination of ingredients that was called zombie powder on the supposed target. Certain anthropological accounts determine one of the ingredients was tetrodotoxin, and theoretically sublethal doses kind of give the person the appearance of being dead by depressing the respiratory rate, and they didn't really have the best clinical exams, as we've discussed back then. Yep, just like that. Okay, we get the point. And this may have been alluded to in Romeo and Juliet, and then the effects would wear off later, so they might potentially be buried, and then wake up later, come back, say, honey, I'm home, and then everybody would think they're a zombie. Then it was also speculated that the Bokor would use a plant called datura, which is known by many names, including Jimson weed, which you may have heard about in class, devil's snare, which you may have heard about in Harry Potter, and randomly devil's cucumber. And it's an anticholinergic, so it can lead to symptoms of delirium, muscle stiffness, confusion, amnesia, and sometimes aggression, all things we see in zombies. Also, interestingly enough, Wikipedia has this guy who is cited as the first zombie. It says he's known for allegedly being a zombie.
What the heck? How can someone be known for allegedly
I don't know,
being a zombie?
but the story goes that he was thought to have died, his family buried him, and then he showed up 18 years later and was identified by a relative who said that was indeed him. And that is the origin of zombies.